Are you a teacher? Do you love working with children and inspiring them? But do you also find yourself overwhelmed at times, not knowing how to best control your classroom and their behavior? Have you found that your students are no longer engaged and you find yourself at your wits' end at times? Even though you love your job, do you find yourself getting overwhelmed and frustrated with your students? By the end of the day, do you have a headache and you're at your wits' end? Well, guess what? Today is your lucky day. Did I mention today is your lucky day? For only 4 easy payments of $59.99, you will be shown how to implement Fred Jones' method of positive classroom discipline, plus additional enrollment fees, cost of travel, accommodations, and meals. You'll be invited to attend a weekend getaway at the historical city of San Antonio, where you'll be taught in more detail what the positive classroom discipline model is according to Fred Jones. Additionally, you'll be given real-life scenarios and shown how to apply what you've learned. You'll meet other like-minded teachers who are also frustrated and overwhelmed. You'll be able to vent, collaborate, and most importantly, you'll effectively learn how to control your classroom before it ever gets out of control. How does that sound? Sound good to you?
So who is Dr. Fred Jones?
Dr. Jones received his PhD in clinical psychology from UCLA, specializing in work with schools and families. He developed methods of the classroom management in his studies of highly successful teachers over a 30-year period.
What does the positive discipline model look like? I don't want to spend any money until I know what to expect.
Okay, let's look at this discipline model a little more closely. Dr. Fred Jones' positive discipline model is teacher-empowered, autocratic, and limit-setting.
Will the concept be explained to me in more detail if I come to the seminar?
Tell me more about Dr. Jones' positive discipline model, and what will your seminar offer?
When looking at the models for behavior management that can be used in your classroom, in the center of the spectrum, you're going to have a democratic style of leadership. On the far end, you're going to have a student-empowered model with a more permissive laissez-faire type of atmosphere in which the students are internally motivated with very little directive given. However, in Fred Jones' model at the other end of the spectrum, you're going to have teacher-empowered environment in which it is autocratic and he or she has all the control of the classroom and uses external motivators as well as setting limits in the classroom.
I like to have fun in my classroom. It sounds a bit extreme and strict. I don't think it would be a good fit for me.
That's nonsense. Check out PAT. PAT is a reward system as described by Dr. Jones in which students earn time based on good behavior and expectations that can be used as free time or towards educational games. Saved time by staying on task and for good behavior can be banked to use later for an alternative activity during their PAT, which is preferred activity time. The type of activity used during PAT is determined by the teacher, meaning it could be a game or activity that's considered free time, or it might be an educational film or organized game that are played in small groups or as a class. Ultimately, the students feel like they're getting a break from learning for their good behavior, when in fact it might be an extension of learning or an opportunity to participate in a community-building activity.
Does PAT have any other advantages other than giving students a break from learning?
Absolutely. PAT can help students to become responsible for their actions. The idea is that if students follow the routines or instructions in class for activities in a timely and effective fashion, they can earn time towards a PAT or preferred activity.
Will the concept be explained to me in more detail if I come to the seminar?
Of course! You will even get to experience and participate in some tried and true games and activities that you and your students are sure to love. You'll find PATs that work for you in your own classroom. Best of all, PAT is adaptable to individual teaching styles. Some teachers enjoy playing games with their class, while others might prefer to make the activities more academically oriented. This can be a review game, activity, or a video or puzzles of some sort associated with the current curriculum. And don't forget, this is a great way for the teacher to save money. You no longer need those prizes or treasure boxes or candy to encourage your students to participate, stay on task, and follow through on their assignments. The reward is time, which is given and taken away easily. Speaking of saving money, if you act now, we'll throw in a free tote bag of your choice. You can choose from one of the 6 fashionable styles we have to offer. We have our traditional models such as Keep Calm and Teach On, or Teach, Love, Inspire, as well as our Teacher Life bag. But don't forget we have the clever totes too to choose from, such as It's in the Syllabus, or Don't Make Me Use My Teacher Voice. And we can't forget our bestseller, Sorry, I Can't, I'm Grading Papers Until I Die. But wait, there's more. We'll even throw in a free coffee mug. You just have to pay shipping and handling. Choose from one of our 5 wonderful options. The first one we have is, Of course it will be homework, or No, I haven't graded your paper yet. Then we also have, Because I'm the teacher and I said so. We also have, I'd like to skip school too. And let's not forget our most popular, Tears of My Students.
Will I get to meet Dr. Fred Jones at this seminar?
Oh no, silly. Dr. Jones won't be there. We couldn't afford his appearance. We had to keep the cost down for our clients. But trust me, we'll teach you everything we know. Would you like to learn more about what this seminar has to offer for you? In addition to time being wasted by teachers, Dr. Jones also explains that poor classroom management issues are because of student passivity, aimlessness, helpless hand-raising, and ineffective nagging. Dr. Jones' positive discipline model shows teachers how to address these issues up front by creating an environment where students are motivated and want to learn instead of being distracted by other factors. Dr. Jones also believes that students need hands-on activities. This helps the students remain engaged and focused on new material. Again, this is where the PAT system comes into play. We've already discussed Dr. Jones' system of PAT, which is the preferred activity time. This is the way he suggests managing the classroom in the form of an external motivator for the students. Dr. Jones believes that if students are motivated and find a purpose at school, they are much more likely to behave. So, since we've seen how the PAT system covers the external motivation, let's go on and explore the setting limits portion of the discipline model and look deeper into the autocratic teacher-empowered part as well. Teachers set limits by minimizing the physical distance between themselves and the students. This comes in part to the arrangement of the room, but also by the teacher's actions. The teacher sets limits by the use of the body language. Dr. Jones believes that teachers should always be moving and that an interior loop should be readily available to the teacher so that they can safely move in between all the students. Additionally, eye contact is important when addressing the students. This could be true whether the teacher is assisting a student or correcting a misbehavior. At times, a brief intervention may be needed for persistent behavior issues. Dr. Jones shows that prevention of misbehavior is critical in maintaining a positive classroom environment. Remember, consistency and clear understanding of expectations is important, as is a poised and calm demeanor with the use of your body language. Dr. Jones also emphasizes the need to provide efficient help to individual students. He says to be positive and look for things the students are doing correctly and mention it to them. Be brief. Prompt the student by directing them to the VIP chart. By the way, the VIP chart stands for Visual Instructional Plan. It's a lesson plan that you've already demonstrated visually, kind of like a blueprint for a student. And lastly, be gone, walk away promptly. Might sound harsh, but this method helps your student become more independent. Dr. Jones also explains how say, see, and do teaching not only shows students the desired behavioral expectations, but also instructs them in lesson plans. In say, see, and do teaching, the teacher instructs the students on what to do, then demonstrates what was just instructed, and then has the students mimic these same steps. This is then repeated all year long, whether with previously taught behaviors or when introducing new expected behaviors. Say, see, and do teaching is an essential tool for all teachers. Students learn by doing. They are actively engaged in learning activities while the teacher checks for understanding. Teachers must tell students what to do, show them what to do, and then have them do it.
But I already do that. I show them what to do, I pass out worksheets, I put them to work. But quickly things get out of hand. Students need help or get bored while waiting. What am I doing wrong?
Dr. Jones breaks down the steps even further by repeating the information that is provided to the students in shorter intervals. Students stay motivated when the teachers keep the explanations shorter and easier for them to follow. Once again, it's repeated over and over again and then explained, followed by practice. Additionally, Dr. Jones believes that a backup system is necessary should the previously learned skills prove to be ineffective in maintaining behavior issues. This might include warning, conference with the student, timeout, loss of privileges, being sent to the office, detention, conference with a parent, and in extreme cases, in-school or out-of-school suspension. Dr. Jones believes in eliminating wasted time in class, teaching students responsibility, independence, and cooperation while combining discipline, instruction, and expected classroom behavior. Dr. Jones believes that the key to positive discipline in the classroom is prevention. The classroom must have structure in order to discourage misbehavior. So what are you waiting for? Call now! You'll learn how to effectively control your classroom before it ever gets out of hand. You'll get your one free tote, your one free coffee mug, but if you're one of our first 100 callers, you'll also receive your very own X-Acto School Pro Classroom Electric Pencil Sharpener. It comes with 6 different size settings. We know you only use one of them, but who cares? Having options is never a bad thing. But don't take our word for it. Listen to these real testimonials. These are not paid actors.
Thank goodness for Dr. Jones' positive discipline model. If it weren't for him, my class would still be totally chaotic. I went from being frantic and disorganized to being in control and loving what I do once again. Thank you, Dr. Jones.
I was at my wit's end until I learned about Dr. Jones's positive discipline model. He saved my class and my sanity. This seminar taught me everything I needed to know to take control of my classroom and manage my time better. Thanks, Dr. Jones.
Call now. Classes are filling up quickly and you don't want to miss your spot. Call 1-888-Dr. Jones. That's 1-888-3756-637.